Staff shortage has become one of the biggest operational challenges for public sector banks. With increasing responsibilities, expanding government schemes, and high customer footfall, employers are struggling to maintain service standards. In this segment, Joint Secretary of AIBA Devidas Tuljapurkar, actively engaged with organizational matters, explains how the shortage of workforce is affecting productivity, customer service, and employee morale. Talking about PSBs and RRBs, we know that main factor is employees' mental stress, mental health, workload, work pressure. So, what do you suggest how to decrease the workload from the employees, given all the facts that because of the mergers we take or any other reason, the workload is too much increased on the employees. So, what can we do about that?
There are two facets to this issue. One is on the issue of recruitment, we have been fighting, but we need to intensify our struggle further. We need to raise a bitter struggle on the issue of recruitment. Thus, for no further, do or die. That situation is there on the issue of recruitment. Another is that while raising this issue, what we are finding that the way in which alternative delivery channels have been strengthened by the in the banking system, the bargain has weakened. Earlier, the number of mainstream bank employee was more, but today, say banking correspondent, bank mitra, in Maharashtra, their number in public sector bank is 20,000. In Maharashtra, together with private sector, this number is around 2 lakh. Overall, in India, those banking correspondent number, overall, including public and private sector banks, had reached to the level of 20 lakh. It's not a small number. Then leave apart those banking correspondents. Other than that, everywhere security guards, drivers, sweepers, sub-staff, all those jobs have been outsourced. So they have weakened the mainstream bank employees movement by outsourcing the jobs. So simultaneously, as a bank employees union, we will have to organize those unorganized employees. We will have to raise the fight for their better service conditions, and then somewhere we'll be able to gallop the pressure on the bankers or government for more recruitment. Thirdly, now in almost all banks, new generation employees, their composition is around 80%. All those new generation employees have taken birth in the post reform era. In their curriculum, while pursuing their education, whether for 10th or graduation, every time they have been taught how new economic policy is best, how privatization is best. And now, when they join the bank or union, we have been telling that we oppose privatization.
Right.
So, we need to educate them. We need to prepare their mindset also needs to be changed. That also is a great challenge before the organizations, trade unions, to prepare them as a trade union activist or to fight on for their just demands. If we in early days we used to give a call, work to rule, 10:30 to 5:30, 5:31, all employees should leave the branch. Today, even if I give the call, employees they have developed such a tendency how to say no to the manager. Then they will say that I'll sit there for about half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours. Somewhere manager is calling them on weekly off, they are reporting to the duties.
Right.
So we are not able to raise our fight to the desired level. On that, as an organization now, we have been working on that. But these are the limitations within which, as an organization, we are operating. And so, the desired result we could not get in the desired time. Why it's getting delayed is precisely this. But now, slowly, banking also is reaching to a stagnancy in manpower, and the employees also are realizing that we are left with no other choice than to fight.
Right.
So, fair enough that in the days to come, we'll be able to raise the fight.
Do you think that many employees are resigning or leaving their jobs? We have heard of suicides in past few months or year. So, is this crisis, which is staff shortage, less recruitment, or even no recruitment, we can say, or workload? These are the reasons for resignation and suicides.
Obviously, work-life balance and work pressure, precisely that's the root cause behind this suicides. But at the same time, when we look at it at an objective level, all this was envisaged when globalization or liberalization or privatization was being canvassed. At that time, we were telling that ultimately it will land to such a situation whereby whether it's a man or a profit matters
Profit.
and not the manpower. That's the manifestation of it. I think that this is inevitable phase, and this phase itself will teach the rank and file that if we have to survive, we have to fight. Without that, survival is not possible.